Can you imagine, just for a second, can you imagine an agreement says, okay, I'll do it. I'm going to put breadcrumbs down so that I can remember. I'll do it. But to know that I would forget everything. People, some agree, some disagree, but to say I saw my parents. We talk a lot about choosing to have children, but to choose to come through these humans that we can see are flawed, that we understand because we understand in our perfection without the cloaking and forgetfulness of the soul, only having experiences through these five senses and understanding the world through the way we perceive it here. Like in our perfections, the seed as a seed of spirit, as spirit understanding. I'm going to forget why I chose these parents. I'm going to forget that I'm loved based on how they treat me. I'm going to forget what I came here to do. But I left breadcrumbs. This family, maybe my parents are not this thing, but this auntie, she will tell me something and I will spend time with her. I will forget this and that, but when I graduate from high school and go to college, I will meet a person. And that person will be such a big part of my remembering. And we make agreements with others who are embodied spirits, who are like, I'm going to be embodied too. We'll meet up. When it's time, I'll remind you and you remind me. You help me find my breadcrumbs. I'll help you find yours. Oh my gosh, I love it. I have a big imagination. All right? I do. I have a big imagination. We understood what it meant to come into the womb of a human and that we would forget. We would forget everything. The meeting, the agreement to come here, the reason we came, everything. And the objective would be to not only live out the soul's purpose, but also in the process to remember, put it back together again, who you are. To pick up the clues and remember who you are. Some might be saying, well, if I had a better childhood, I believe I could remember who I am. But I've been through so much. Woo! I've been through so much. I've had to make sacrifices and decisions that were just, you can't imagine. You don't understand because you don't have my testimony. Some are saying, I cannot begin to believe that any of this could be related to some grand purpose for my life. And I can promise you that I would not sign up for this. I've heard it over and over again. When I talk to people about considering the heavens, when I do my spiritual work, when I encourage those who are expecting in the families and those, and I say, hey, get yourself right so that this new soul coming in, that you're ready for them. It is because I understand that this world, sometimes we felt like we are dealt just the rawest hand ever, the worst hand ever. Most of the time, it's because we are busy looking at somebody else's. If I had that, I could do better. If I had that opportunity, there are people like, oh, you're better than me, girl. If I had the doctorate and if I had my husband I've been married to for almost 30 years, and if my kid, it's always something, right? And guess what? I look at them and I say, listen, if I had, and I go through the litany of things that I feel are wrong, every single place where I felt I was dealt a bad hand or got the short end of the stick, we could go back and forth forever. But the truth of the matter is something totally different. please hear this. Every single thing that you have gone through, encountered, and experienced in your life can be aligned to your purpose and can serve your highest good. Absolutely nothing is wasted. That has been some of the toughest lessons. Those are the toughest for me. Because to look and say, well, why? Well, no, why wasn't I kept from doing this thing or that thing? I don't know the answer to all of that. I just know it's not intended to be wasted. I just know that if we had made a different decision, it would be evidence that our soul did not need that lesson. But the fact that we chose a thing continually or chose it when there were ways to escape, that it was evidence of something that was going to serve. Yes, there are others who did not go through or have half of the experience as you that were there at the same time. They are walking their own journey. You are walking yours. Whether you feel like you came from a supportive environment or a dysfunctional one, no soul will escape having to make the journey back to spirit, to the true self. We don't escape it just because we have the best mommy and daddy ever. So as we are preparing for these babies, just know we're not they will have a journey. Let the mothers know they will have a journey. They're there to accompany them. They can protect only so much. And so we do our best to be prepared to be in journey with these little ones. We do our best if we work with families during the childbearing year to say, I want to be my best and offer my best to this family because I'm assisting with ushering a soul back into this realm, or whatever your beliefs are. That's my imagination. That's what I believe. Listen, we are all in journey together. We're all in journey back to self. When I speak of considering the heavens, it's a way to connect us back to our original selves. There's systems and ways of knowing to help us reconnect as we are helping welcome souls back. It's a way for us to say, wait, am I in flow? Help me get clarity. Because before we were so smart and we knew everything, we really did consider the heavens. There was no light pollution. People were laying out under the stars, seeing constellations that we can only see with telescopes now, because the earth has so much light at any given time. We have the ability to know more about our path, our purpose, and our potential. We have the ability to see it more clearly as we reconnect to the divine nature of ourselves. And we can be rest assured that life will provide bountiful opportunities for the soul to grow, experience, evolve, and remember. To put it all back together again. And the embodiment of a soul through birth is the beginning of that journey.